guys, welcome back to Freedom with Girlfriend. I'm your host, Mariola, and today, this episode, I'm here with a friend of mine, Tasia. I think I met you like 2 years ago. Right?
Yes. So we met online
Right.
2 years ago. And
Right.
we met in person like a month ago.
Right. So because we've been talking since then, and then I feel like we've been like great, but we never meet. And
Yeah.
because this usually,
The powers of the internet.
I know, but this usually happen like online to everywhere. Like people meet for the longest time. They feel like they're so close to each other.
I
But
feel
we
like I've
never
known
met.
you for years.
I
Just because
know.
we talk so much online
Right.
and have interacted on so many different like topics. Yeah.
God
I'm
bless.
glad we are here today.
God bless social media. But yeah, this is Tasia. You wanna introduce yourself?
I am Tasia. I'm also a content creator. And what else? Yeah, I think that's about it I can say right now.
But she's fabulous too.
I'm from Africa as well, so we've got that in common.
Yes, we do.
And also very hungry, so don't mind me as I nibble.
Oh yeah,
throughout.
please. This is Freedom with Girlfriend. We always prepare you for something. So
But
today
I'm also it's dry January for me, so not too much pre-game. Yes, continue.
we're preparing with right now we're having an and cheese croissant, and I'm having a juice which comes with like banana, pineapple, and some stuff.
And we have 30 minutes to devour this and chat, so let's see if we can make that.
Anyway, so today, basically, I just want to talk about like interacting with girlfriends and whatever. So let's talk about New York City because this is a very good city, and I'm so proud to be living in this city. I'm sure you're proud too, right?
I love the city, although like I no longer live in New York, Manhattan, I'm in Jersey, which is still close enough. I lived here like 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved it. But like that was my plan, you know. I loved being in the center of where everything is happening. It's easy to get to a bar, it's easy to go out, it's easy to meet up with everyone. But now I'm kind of like I need something a little quieter, so that's why I went that side. Listen, I still love New York.
Yeah,
I mean,
but,
obviously I'm here like every other day.
yeah, but you need to know that like everything is bigger in New Jersey. The houses, the everything, and it's cheaper. So,
Everything.
yeah. And then like if you have to like put New York City in 3 words, what would it be?
Money, sex, heart. That's what I think about. It's like the finance bros. Heart. Partying with the finance bros. Yes. Sex with the finance bros. Yes.
Okay, first of all, finance bros are the worst in dating. First of all, they work with too much money that they don't care about relationships.
That's true.
And they just like they always feel like they have too much money to the extent that when you go on a date with them, they just want to let you know that they have money. Like
Most of them actually even come from money. So it's like not their money, it's their family money. But like I said, when I lived here, I was still not hot. I wasn't really like settled down. Like now I've got a boyfriend who's amazing, who's not in the finance industry, thank God. But back then I was just like, you know what? I want a finance world. Take me out. It's fine. Break my heart next week. But listen, you're gonna spend this week.
oh my god, that is so true. But, you know, like I don't know, like these days I feel like most of us in New York City don't ever want to go out with finance boys. But you know, the first time we first moved to the city, the first thing you want to do, oh my god, let's go to the financial district or whatever. Let's
Because
go.
that's what Hollywood promotes. It's like
Yeah.
if you want a good life, you gotta be dating someone who's in Wall Street, who's taking you to the Hamptons on the weekend.
Yeah,
Hollywood lies.
that has a private boat or jet.
Hollywood has lied to us. Like Hollywood told me that the firemen here are hot, the policemen here are hot. I've met one hot policeman, and the fireman, wow. So still love the city. Still love the city.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. I love this city. So proud to be here, and I feel like there's so many opportunities. But just that the dating scene suck really bad, and you know, like you said, like dating, like the financial. I get that. Probably, I feel like me too. I feel like it's hard to probably feel like this is incredible because it's like you know you're getting high on like being with them, like you know getting flew out.
You're
whatever.
living your best Samantha Jones life. Ooh. You know? How would you sum New York up in 3 words?
I would say best sex in the highest, you know, the highest, like 120 something floor. Looking at the city and having sex all the time.
Okay, so you need to tell me where that is because I need to take my boyfriend there.
The food, the culture, the diverse. I love New York City for that, and opportunity to meet people from all over the world and just like grow within them, make friends, and that's one of
The connections you can make. Yeah, like this is the most diverse city
I feel
I
like
have
in the
ever
world.
lived in. Yeah.
I feel like in the world too, because name any country, there's somebody here in New York City.
Go to Brooklyn, you'll find all the restaurants, the
Right.
best European restaurants. Yeah. I mean, I still haven't found like a good South African restaurant, but it's
Oh my
okay.
God, there is so many good South African restaurants
Yeah.
in Brooklyn even.
Okay, see that I don't spend too much time in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But when in 2014 I was dating a European man who would just take me to all these best restaurants both in Queens and Brooklyn.
Right.
But obviously we never got around to go to the South African one. So please take me.
I will.
And we can
Next
redo
time.
this again and talk about how good South African food is.
Yes. Okay. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about is like, what is your take on the dating scene in New York City?
Girl. So
I mean,
back,
you have a boyfriend now.
yeah,
so-
now I have a boyfriend. And back when I was dating and living in New York, I was a little so I didn't hate how the dating culture is here. Back then I wasn't looking to settle down as I mentioned before.
Right.
So I was okay with just like going from Tom, Dick to Harry monthly and whatnot. But if I was the person I am now, like when I met my boyfriend, I was ready to settle down and we both were wanting the same things.
Right.
I don't think I would have found that here. There's just so, I mean, it's also hard to be like, oh, because he lives in New Jersey or from New Jersey, he's different. He's just like, I met the right person at the right time. But at the time when I was dating him, we were much younger. And you know, when you first move into the city, it's like there's so many options. There's
Right.
too many options within a square mile from you. So it's easy to just be like, let me continue swiping. Even if you like sparked an interest in someone, you know you can go home after that date and be like, wow, let's see what Hinge has for me.
Right.
When you get older, things are different. So when I
What
was
about
dating
bars? You ever see all guy in the bar?
in the past,
In the bar, like the bar.
I'm actually very shy. So I'm not like someone to, I'm lying. I've approached a few men. After a few tequilas. I mean, you saw me last week. But I've never met anyone online. I went out with my friend Matt on New Year's Eve, and he introduced me to someone at the bar. We were both drunk, and things happened. So yes, I have met someone in the bar, but I wouldn't do that by myself. I wouldn't just be sitting there and be like,
Right.
yeah,
You have to have a friend like me that pushes you.
exactly.
No?
But I have preferred doing it online because I can just sift through who I like the photos, I like what you have written, and I've got like a list of my backups if things don't work out.
That's a
So
great,
I haven't hated it. I didn't hate it back in the day, but I would hate it.
yeah, that's a great insight. Like, I love the way you like summarize it. Even now, I feel like for me, before when I first moved here, I probably go out because I usually love to like go out, like go to restaurants or and just like go and explore. So I rather meet people face to face and just like talk to them because I'm really really attracted to intelligent people. And I feel like if you're not
Me too.
intelligent, I
Me
just
too.
it's kind of like a turn off for me. So after the whole pandemic thing, I had to get into like using online because there's no way you're gonna go to bar and meet someone, so, which is kind of like changed the whole dating scene for me personally. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm talking to someone doesn't mean I'm gonna like them until I meet them and talk to them and see if they're smart.
That's true. Right. So that also interests me a lot. There's just something like I'm not the smartest tool. Is what to say? The smartest tool in the ship. Like, damn, bring me a smart man who can just teach me a few things, educate me. No, gotta cross my legs. So yeah,
I love that.
and that's also kind of hard to tell through talking to someone on an app.
Yeah, that is true. Like because people, I feel like, especially with like you checking your grammars and whatever, it's like people just being so respectful and talking to you on text. Like when you talk to them in the face, like face to face, it's like, oh my god,
It's
you're so
different.
dumb. Yeah,
It is different. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very true.
Yeah.
But also, you do find a few ones that most of them have a photo of fish on their profile,
catfish. Yeah, definitely. And
and you automatically know like this man is dumb. This man is
I mean,
stupid.
imagine
But at
someone.
least he's cute.
Imagine someone with like a old belly and a sharp like a six pack.
No. And I've had that experience. I've met someone actually on Hinge who, like, his face was beautiful, and you could tell on his pictures of Hinge, like, he wasn't the best shaped guy. I was like, he seems nice. We're talking, the conversation was great. But then when I met him, he was at 20 pounds heavier. But you know what? I stuck it through, and then thankfully too, because he actually was such a sweet guy. So I saw through the 20 extra pounds. His personality was just amazing. We just had a great time.
Right.
Too surprisingly. So you know what? Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover.
That's the word. Never judge a book by the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So the last question before we just finish this podcast is
And our sons.
another question is what is your? Can you give me your top 3 best restaurant in New York City that you've been, and when you get there, you were so surprised?
Okay, let's see if I can remember names. So I feel like one was a very, very small one, and it was called Boucherie Petite or something. Petite Boucherie. Tiny, tiny, but very nice for like first date, very intimate, very good food. And they have a few lunches around Manhattan, and what has to be my favorite. What is the other one? Is it Catch? Ooh, Catch, where you have to walk up the stairs, right?
The
Yes,
one
yes,
in
yes.
Mayfair, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Catch, actually, I'm actually going to have my birthday there this year. And watch the space. Gosh, I wish I could remember names. I feel like I remember more locations than I remember names. But let's do those top 2 for now. I'll come back to you with that. How about you?
Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, like I'm into like a luxury kind of restaurant, so a lot of things don't amaze me too much. But the restaurant that I find really like more of me, that when I saw the restaurant, I was really, really perplexed. And I was in out. Oh, true. I would say the first one is probably the Peak. I love that restaurant. The view, the decoration, the glam. It's just
Take
me.
me.
I
Take
will
me.
take it. It's just me. So that's probably gonna be my favorite one. The second one is gonna be One Dine on World Trade Center. I keep mentioning all this restaurant because it has a beautiful view of New York City
And very
I-
Instagrammable, I'm guessing.
yeah, very, very. You know me, I love to be on top of the world. Like literally, I want to see what I'm looking at. This, the view of everything. I love that. I mean, that's why I'm gonna have sex like that. Really beautiful. So, yeah, I would say those 2. The last one, the Broadway Lounge. Have you been to Broadway Lounge?
No.
It's Marriott Marquis.
No.
Right by Times Square, right by the bar. So they have this outdoors, like you could see the whole thing in Times Square if you're dining from there. So I'm gonna
Now imagine being there on New Year's.
oh my god. So I'm gonna have to pick that. Broadway Lounge is my
Yeah, I'm going to have to write these down because I want to check these out.
yeah, sure. It's a nice place to
Yeah, I will definitely check it out.
Yeah.
But what's the price tag to all this?
I said lots of it. I said cheap. Lots of not cheap.
So we will definitely be going there.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you. I
Thank
hope you come
you.
again if I invite you.
I will, as long as there's good food involved, I am there.
I always do that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. This is Piggy and my girlfriend, and I will see you guys in the next episode.
Thank you.